Listen, I know some of y'all are cheesing right now because this content I made y'all wait. I'm premiering the content. I, I slowed this shit down. I slowed my grind down. You know what I mean? Usually I just be uploading shit, not really thinking, uploading shit, not really caring about what anyone else thinks. But fuck it. This time I'm gonna make y'all wait. I'm gonna slow it down. I'm gonna do interviews. I'm gonna get all the fucking leaks. And I did that. So today, it's gonna be a long episode. So I'm gonna give y'all about 2-3 minutes. Go get some food, pause the video here, you know, get a drink of water. Alright, so while you guys are paused, I want to get a quick ad break. I want to shout out my sponsors for this video and the Rhino channel in general. Firstly, obviously, it's Dops, Gambit for the leaks. Dops also hit me with some leaks as well. Need the content role, please. It's crazy I don't have a content role. I'm literally carrying the league. Anyways, GVO, shout out GVO. The boys, Juicy Panda, IC, Licky, and everyone who hangs out in that Discord. If you're not in that Discord, please hop in that Discord. It's quality content. As well, Golf Monday, Bernie Sanders, Sham, Edge Timber, all the Golf Monday boys. Fuck with you guys heavy. If you're not in that Discord, I'll just start dropping these shits in the links. To be honest, I think you guys need to be in those Discords. It's a hell of an environment. Also, Grin Community Discord. I want to be Rhino here today and making this content without Grin. So yeah, back to your regularly scheduled programming. Anything, some monster, some wine if you're insane chaos. You know what I mean? Some beverages and enjoy. Because I truly did put a little bit of time into this shit, so I do hope that you guys enjoy, the downfall of an era, a league. I wouldn't really call it an era, that's a little too much, but definitely a league, you know what I mean? So, firstly, timeline of the video, because I feel like if you want to skip to some parts, if you want to, if you only want to hear about certain parts, because I know a lot of these boomers don't really have time to watch all my content, so, I will get down to the timeline. Alright, so obviously as you guys know, Nightwolf ruined the league. That is the first part of this video. Nightwolf ruined the league as 5 leadership members stepped down. We have an interview with Plate, ex-admin of CDUB. Something's come out about certain things in the league. I only have screenshots of that interview. We actually did not have a audio interview. Maybe that could be in part 2. So you have to read there. I'm not reading it for you. So you have to read that interview. And it'll slowly go down the screen. So that's part 1. Part 2, interview with Tankman. He was another admin. They had like 70 admins in this fucking league. I don't know exactly what each one of them did, but he did introduce himself in the interview. That's like a 20-minute interview. Soon after, Tankman resigns from the CDUB league after some allegations come out about after that interview. After that, Timbits wanted to interview Timbits. He declines to interview me. Not exactly declines, but he's being like difficult. I'm not your mother, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and try to fucking persuade you to interview. Like, bro, you either want to interview or not. But I'm gonna try to leave my opinions out of this video. This is gonna be straight facts and leaks. I'm gonna try to leave my just opinions out of this. So no one gets hurt because I have pretty strong feelings against some of these people. So 10 minutes declined the interview. I have screenshot of him wanting to know the questions first. Listen, this is Rhino content, buddy. And I try to tell this to everyone. I'm not here to make friends. This is all content for me. If something looks bad on your ends, that's not on me to clean up. And I'm not going to hide it. I'm going to sweep it under the rug. If you're in anyone's DMs, just know it is capable of being leaked onto Rhino content. That just before you type on the internet about any Discord amateur community, just know your shit could be leaked on Rhino content at some point. So, yeah, I'm not going to hide any of this shit, honestly. There's only certain things I won't talk about, but I'm not hiding it. I just won't talk about it because I feel like it's not my place. But this shit was hilarious to me. So, yeah, some of it was hilarious. Some of it was a little sketch, like a little sketch. Let me say that right now. Some of it was hilarious, not so someone doesn't clip me like, holy shit, Rhino thinks this shit is hilarious. No. Some of this shit was a little spooky, if true. I don't know if a lot of this is true. There's some backlash of what I will say next if it's true or not. And this is where it gets deep, right? Leaked audio of Timbits accepting bribes to run bans. So that is 100% true. We have audio on that. multiple admins have told me this dude accepted bribes for unbans and shit like that. Makes a lot of sense why Nightwolf's not banned. Nightwolf's probably sucking his dick behind the corner or some shit. Some real weird shit going down in CDUB. Listen, if you're gay, I have no problems with you. No problems with you. I stand with the LGBTQ plus community. But don't be accepting dick sucks for unbans, buddy. That shit is a little weird and a little cringe. So let's go next. Sexual harassment allegations against Adrian ADR 19N. Listen, I'm not sure if this is true. I truly am not exactly sure what happened here, but I have the leaks. I have the screenshots of what exactly happened. Some people were saying she was underage. There was a screenshot of him saying 16 was above age in Ireland, some shit like that. I talked to him personally. He seems like a super nice guy, but I also told him that I could not leave this out of content because it was just too fucking much. Yeah, he does. You guys will read exactly what he says. But apparently there's like this troll group that's under Timbits that's been trolling him for years and months in his Twitch chat and shit like that. So, if it's not true, buddy, I apologize, but I feel like that people need to know. Court of public opinion. So, yeah. Next. What's next for CDUB? It's come out that Mr. Sunshine is the head commissioner of CDUB now, with the intent of sabotaging the league and pushing everyone to play an 82L. That was just came up to me today, Thursday, 8:38 p.m. That shit just came up to me. And yeah, so that is cool, I guess. Congrats to Mr. Sunshine for his, his promotion into a dead league. And yeah, it's sort of crazy. And I think my overall, not opinion of this video, but there's a lot here. And I probably could have gone maybe 2 weeks or more of just diving into what exactly happened to CDUB. Everyone I talked to said this Nightwolf didn't kill the league. Nightwolf was just the end all be all. He was just like, like when you have like a fucking, there's a bunch of analogies I could use, right? But he was just the last straw type shit. So this has been going on for a while. People have been not happy with CDUB for a while. If you go back deep into Rhino content, I've always said the league was trash. I always said you couldn't pay me to play in CDUB. Like the admin team, I've never listen. I've been in this league since I've been in the amateur Dota 2 community since I was 12. Right? If I haven't heard of you, and I haven't, and you probably don't have a good reputation. You're probably not known. You're probably not needed to be known, to be honest. And I've never heard of any of these dudes in CDUB, minus Tankman. Tankman, and I think there's a couple other admins I've heard of before. But I'm just like, why the fuck is this league blowing up? This league, firstly, the league format is ass. Now, here's my opinion. The league format's ass. The people playing the league is ass. If you see Nightwolf typing more than 2 sentences a fucking hour/day, the league is ass. Like, this guy needs to be banned, clowned on every time he types. I have a general hatred for this idiot. And now I just came out that he has kids. That's it. He has kids. Did you hear me? Turn me up a little bit. The dude has kids. I mean, fuck. Right? Like, the dude has kids. And he can't be taken seriously on multiple levels. And he's the biggest clown I know. Like, I know Fireman, personally. I've been on teams with Fireman. And he looks like a normal human being when compared to Nightwolf. So, that is my opinion on that shit. And, yeah. Just, clown him every time you see him. Dude's a fucking idiot. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. So, first we have the interview with Plate. And I'll put on some elevator music while you guys read through those leaks. Not really leaks, but I told him this would be on content. The interview with Tankman, I feel like that is a pretty big part of the video. So that's like in midway through. Then I'll have screenshots of Tankman resigning from CDUB League. And yeah, and then we'll get to the sexual harassment claims made on Adrian's name. They are allegations. I repeat, claims. Do not bully this kid. I repeat, they are claims and allegations. None of this shit can be backed up by fact. A lot of this shit could be screenshot or just fake news. You know what I mean? I hate to use those fucking that term, but a lot of this shit could be faked. So this is straight allegations. I've only had 2 people come up to me and say these are true, but the fact that Tankman did know about it beforehand sort of proves that some of this could be a little factual. I see no reason for Tankman to lie. So, yeah, enjoy the video, and I will see you guys at the end. Uh, Maybe I won't actually. Maybe I'll just end this shit. Maybe I'll just let you guys sit with the news. So, a lot of y'all skip this probably. So, yeah, enjoy the fucking video. Alright, so I'm here with Tankman today, a admin in the CDUB League, and I guess we'll just be doing a slight interview, reviewing, his perspective and take in the recent drama that occurred in the community. So yeah, Tankman, if you don't mind just introducing yourself, giving us a little intro.
Sure. So hello, my name's Tankman, Noah for those who want to call me by my actual first name, whichever is fine. I have been playing Dota for God knows how long, I don't even know anymore. But I joined CDUB back in their second season, on a team called RGB. I played for one season as a team member and then became the captain of the team the following season. And then just because of how active I was in the community, I eventually became a moderator for CDUB and was eventually promoted to admin. My specific focus was initially community relations, focusing on trying to build transparency between the admin team and the rest of the community. And then eventually I was promoted to work on the league and help design the league, especially with the huge change that happened for their fourth season. And then recently I've been promoted to the league commissioner, so I have a bit more of the vision idea, I guess, of the league and more authority on that side.
For sure. So I guess we can just start with this situation, and the situation we're referring to is I guess Nightwolf sort of being banned, and then four of the admins, I think it was four of the admins leaving the admin team of CDUB over the Nightwolf ban and over how the Nightwolf situation was handled. So what was your perspective on that? How exactly did that go down for Tankman?
Sure. So the Nightwolf ban, or not ban, but the Nightwolf situation was part of a growing issue that had been going on behind the scenes for probably at least a few months. There's always been a balancing act in CDUB between the CDUB owners' involvement and how the day-to-day operations versus being a bit more relaxed. And additionally, what CDUB's trying to do is they're trying to be just a Dota community server where kind of more an in-house league style happens, or is it trying to be a professional organization with much bigger ambitions outside of just a league? Once you start approaching it from that lens and looking at admin decisions through that perspective, you get to notice that a lot more cracks start developing. And behind the scenes, there was a lot of decisions that weren't always agreed with, or a lot of conflicts that were going on. What happened with the Nightwolf situation was Nightwolf had... Nightwolf's a member of AD2L, so members of AD2L might already be familiar with some of his more, how to phrase this, more thorough outbursts. Essentially, he will find something he's not happy with and will hone in on that topic, which is something we're used to here at CDUB with him. But sometimes when he does that, it does break some of the rules of the server, so he receives warnings. He had received 3 warnings in a week, which results in a 48-hour server mute. However, it does still allow him to open tickets, and as we quickly found out, he was able to get around the server mute by opening up threads. So we had to kind of combat him a little bit by closing every thread he was opening up to try and get around the punishment. He had been advised about the server mute by one of our admins named Plate, and had been advised it was his 3rd warning, and that's why he was being muted. When this happened, he opened up a ticket and claimed that there was abuse of power going on. We at CDUB had a member of the admin team named Nike. He was originally actually someone who had been a caster for the server for, I believe, the first 3 seasons, and then took a break during the 4th season and was actually banned due to behaviors and that were going on. This season, he was actually brought back from his ban. The head admin apologized for banning him. Our head admin was by the name of Adnan, who is a step under Timbits, the CEO of the server. There's a whole org chart if you need that to help follow what everyone's position is.
For sure.
So Nike was brought on to be our head of HR, and specifically to deal with situations where admins are accused of wrongdoing, or if there is any type of situation where members are acting out and breaking the rules. And he was specifically brought in because he had stood up to the admin team previously, and he has a very blunt, no-nonsense kind of style, which can be good for ending arguments. So anyways, he was brought in as this was a claim of abuse of power. It fell under his role to handle. However, Nightwolf has Nike blocked due to an unfavorable casting of him during actually an 82L series. Kind of making fun of his gameplay, saying that I think either the hero choice or the hero plays were stupid, and making fun of his hero pool. So Nightwolf blocked him and refuses to ever interact with him, which can obviously create an issue if that's your head of HR, kind of trying to interact with someone who has a ticket about abuse of power. Nike kept attempting to resolve the ticket and kept trying to interact with Nightwolf, and even proposed to have Nightwolf speak with Adnan, our head admin. Nightwolf refused, and instead reached out to Timbits through another Discord and actually jumped on a call with him. Not sure specifically of the exact conversations they had, because again, it wasn't done in our server. It wasn't done in writing, so nothing was really tracked. But word got out from that call that there would be someone appointed to specifically handle him, and Nightwolf was able to provide the rest of our admin team that information instead of us hearing it through Timbits, who was on that call. That rubbed a lot of the admins the wrong way. There was a call of discussions about that choice that Timbits made without speaking with anyone, or doing it without the rest of the admin team even being aware of it, letting us find out last. The next day, so that was only like maybe 5 hours into the mute for Nightwolf.
Okay.
So that was what are we? Today's Tuesday, so that was Sunday. Monday rolls around, everything's relatively calm throughout the day. Monday night, Adnan returns. The man works like 4 different jobs, or has 4 different businesses he runs, so he's not always available.
Mm-hmm.
So he steps in to handle the ticket. It's my understanding that Timbits had reached out to him and asked him, is Plate actually abusing power? What's going on here? So Adnan stepped in. Adnan had removed the server mute, and it had only been on for 24 hours. That ticked off Plate and confused some of the other admins as to why that was happening. Nightwolf then posted several screenshots of conversations that Plate had with Nightwolf. Most of the screenshots were just about Plate venting about another admin and just his frustrations of working with that admin. But the last screenshot showed Plate explaining the warnings and explaining the punishments for the warnings. There was actually no abuse of power in those screenshots of anything being shown or anything like that.
Gotcha.
Plate confirmed in the ticket that he did in fact say those things that were shown in the screenshots. He didn't try to deny anything like that. Then back on the admin chat, Plate kind of drew a line in the sand and said it's got to be either Nightwolf goes or I go. And then Nike stood up and left and said he couldn't stand how things were being handled anymore. Didn't want to be part of an organization that was handling it. Didn't want to try and resolve it as the HR person. Plate left on Plate's exit. He did end up banning, out of spite, Nightwolf, which obviously was immediately undone. And for doing such an action, Plate did receive a ban from CDUB. After Plate and Nike left, Adnan felt that he failed in his leadership role as the head admin and failed to do a good job of kind of representing the team, being there for the team, and balancing everything that was going on between his personal life and being part of a Discord server. So he stepped down. So that was the third admin that left. The fourth admin was, I believe, a gentleman who goes by the username Sunshine, who I think is also an AD2L. He stepped down. He just did not want to be associated with what was going on and didn't really agree with how things were being run or managed. The fifth admin who stepped down was Sin, our director of marketing and fundraising, who, by the way, is a phenomenal admin, does a lot of great work. All these people are phenomenal. She stepped down for the kind of the same reasons that Sunshine had mentioned. She also just didn't want to deal with drama. Then after that, Smallnut, our director of tech, stepped down as well.
Okay.
Afterwards, Timbits did attempt some damage control by opening up a ticket where he brought in anyone who wanted to vent about the situation or had concerns about Nightwolf's behavior. I think about 10 to 13 people were in that ticket. The ticket did seem to spiral out of control and was not that productive.
So can I ask a question?
Sure, ask as many as you'd like. It's what I'm here for.
Why not just ban Nightwolf and keep your whole admin staff? It seems like everyone disliked him. He was a terror in your community. He soured your community, and he's had a reputation to be an asshole in other communities as well. AidSale namely. Why not just ban him?
Sure. So that's a great question, and I wish I had an answer for you. Part of the issue is with CDUB, there's not a full-fledged set of rules for what actions get you banned versus just temporary ban versus a longer ban. It's a very kind of situation by situation basis. We were in the process, actually, as this was going down, of trying to create some kind of solidified document so admins would know, hey, if this situation rises and they've broken this many rules, here's what you do. All we had was kind of verbal agreements about these things, but nothing in actual writing. So there was a little lack of clarity, we'll say there. However, the bigger issue just was he wasn't banned just because he wasn't banned. I mean, if you ask me, maybe he should have been. He gets into issues in other servers, gets issues in ours. I think each server has to look at their own specific situations with members and see if it applies.
Do you think he had favor with Timbits to not get banned? Do you think there were other things that were going down behind the scenes to for him to gain favor with the CEO of the league?
In this situation specifically, I don't believe that there was anything besides maybe personal bias involved in the process. Timbits has admitted that he likes Nightwolf as a person, likes him as a friend, so there could be personal bias involved, but I don't think anything beyond that per se.
Mm-hmm. And though Timbits admitted he had personal bias, did he recuse himself from the voting of what went down with Nightwolf, or did he have a pretty big say in that situation?
There was no vote.
There was no vote, so it was more just the admins leaving after they saw there was no action being had, or
So, my understanding of the situation, and some of this is secondhand, is that as soon as Plate learned that it was looking more like it was a move against him than against Nightwolf, that's when Plate drew the line in the sand. And once
Gotcha.
it became clear that Nightwolf wasn't going to be pushed out, that's when the decision was made to jump ship.
So we can say this was a Nightwolf situation, and I hate Nightwolf as a person. I've been outly about that. The guy's awful.
He's definitely
Um,
a character. Acquired taste
and
for some.
for sure. And I think from what I can tell, I've interviewed a couple other people from the CW community. This wasn't a building issue. So what's your thoughts? This was slowly built up. Well, no, this wasn't a standalone issue. This was a building issue. This was like more like this was just the last axe on the tree. The last hit on a tree, and then the
The
tree
straw
fell.
that broke the camel's back.
Exactly. And what were your thoughts on that? Do you think this was just a standalone issue, or
Oh, no. No.
no?
No, like I was saying earlier, this was definitely a situation. It was just Nightwolf was the tipping point of it. There were other instances that happened behind the scenes where decisions were being challenged, or things were done in ways they shouldn't have been done, which sometimes can be hard when you're doing things over texting on a Discord server instead of having like voice conversations and discussing things.
For
Um,
sure.
so
And where do you see CDUB going from here on out? Where does CDUB really go? Will there be a public apology made to the admins that left? Will you guys be inviting them back? Will there be a community forum or some type of thing to bring the community back together? Will Nightwolf be banned?
that's a phenomenal question. All of those are. Start with, will there be an apology or anything like that? I honestly don't know. If you had asked me 2, 3 months ago if Nike would have ever been let back in or received an apology or anything like that, I would have said no. But he was given an apology and eventually became shortly after an admin for the league or for the server. So anything is possible. If an apology is given, I don't know if they'll come back. Um, because at the end of the day, it's more of a management style disagreement and a management style kind of issue that people have with it than so much words that were said or anything like that. So actions would have to be taken more so than just words.
For sure. And I guess my final question, or not my final question, but the question you may have forgotten when I asked was, will Nightwolf be banned? Well, how will you guys handle the Nightwolf situation now? Is he still an active member in the league? Is this his final warning? What's C-Dub's stance on Nightwolf as a player?
Sure. Uh, I can only speak specifically on the league side of things. On the league side, there's no issue currently. Um, when it comes to the server side, uh, perhaps another admin can give you better insight onto what they're planning for that. But as of this time, I don't see anything happening.
Okay. And so C-Dub will continue. I'm assuming after losing four admins, you guys are looking to continue and continue on as a community server slash league.
So yeah, after losing 6 of the 12 or 11 admins, CDUB will try and persevere. It'll be interesting to see how these next couple weeks play out. But the nice thing is we already have this weekend set of games scheduled, so we'll see what happens the following week, if things can get scheduled, what teams stay, what teams decide they're uncomfortable with the level of drama, and what happens from there.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Um. So I guess the final sort of stage I want to set while I have you here is there was some AGR 19 in drama, and I had the chance to interview him um a little bit over a Discord chat, and I found some interesting allegations that he threw against C-Dub. Um, Firstly, he was banned for sexual harassment, and he says he did not do those claims. He did not actually sexually harass anyone. It was more just him dating Timbit's sister, I want to say, or someone related to Timbit's. Um, sure, you have his sister, or wait, yeah, his sister. Uh, what are your thoughts on that? Do you have any? Did you were you around the situation when it happened? Did you guys vote on the ban? Was there anything that went down? Do you know ADR personally? What are your overall thoughts on that?
Sure. So I think he went by or goes by Adrian One.
Adrian,
I
okay.
could be wrong, or Adrian, something like that. Talking to him, I never really had a personal issue with him. Never really had many interactions with him. I do know there was something going on when he messaged me when Tim's sister did become an admin, asking if he was about to be kicked from the league or if he should be worried. Um, but I didn't know about any dating or anything like that or anything going on behind the scenes. I told him, no, he's got nothing to worry about. Like, if he's having a disagreement with someone, there's still plenty of admins on staff. Past that, there's not really much I'm going to comment on, due to the fact that he has threatened legal action and things like that. And CDUB is a registered organization and a company. We're just not able to talk too much about the specifics of that.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, I won't press on. I will not press on.
I appreciate it.
So do you have anything else you truly want to end this interview with? I think we got the. I don't want to and we I probably will ask maybe for a backup interview when more things come out. When I interview other people. This is gonna be hopefully a three-part series on the channel. So I would love to get your final thoughts as of right now. Do you have anything else you want to say before we end this interview?
Uh, just that I wish all the admins the best of luck on both sides of the situation. I know a lot of new folks have just been brought on CDUB. We'll see kind of their potential and everything like that. Um, I'm hoping that I can try and do the best I can for the community of players that we have. We've got nearly 180 people playing in CDUB right now. So right now I just don't want them to be caught in the crossfire.
Okay, for sure, for sure. And I guess I do have another question. For someone watching this video, right? And they have never played in C-Dub before. This is their first time hearing about C-Dub in the drama in the midst of a storm. What would you say to them?
Sure. So CDUB is an organization that likes to use drama to hype up its games all the times. So sometimes the CEO Timbits will create drama between teams to try and make that game seem more interesting and try and hype things up that way. If you're not someone who's interested in drama and don't want to be part of it, perfectly understand. There's a lot of great leagues out there that are a bit more drama-free or deal with less trolling and stuff like that, such as either the Rain League or AD2L. I'm not too familiar with like MD2L, but there's also RD2L if you're one of those people. But if you are someone who wants to try something where there's a bit more all chatting during games and a bit more of kind of a casual atmosphere during the game, while still getting interviewed by casters and stuff like that, CDUB could be a good experience for you.
Awesome. That sounds great. This has been Tankman. I guess commissioner of C-Dub. Is that how you'd say it?
Sure, yeah, currently commissioner of CDUB.
Commissioner C-Dub. Awesome. And yeah, I hope to have you back later on in the series to ask some follow-up questions. And you have a fantastic day.
Sounds good. You too.
All right, so that was Tankman. I appreciate you doing that interview, Tank Man, a lot. But this next interview is with Plate for a more in-depth perspective of the Nightwolf situation and the beginning of the end of CDUB. So that it actually has no audio. That is just Discord messages. So I'll run through that. I'll roll through that for you guys. And I think that's like the beginning of the end of Arc 1. And then Arc 2 will be not far after that. All right. I know what you guys are thinking. You're like, yo, Rhino, sexual harassment allegations in CDUB? Yes, bro. Yes. Listen. So, okay, before I get to any of this, and this is a serious topic, so I'm gonna drop the bit, right? These are allegations. These are allegations. The screenshots that I will provide could have been photoshopped, altered in some manner, or the dude actually typed them. In any case, no one can prove anything unless we talk to Timbit's sister, which is crazy. Listen, in a whole nother universe, because I don't know AGR 19's age. I don't know, what's happening over there, but in every universe, this is crazy Riz, crazy game from him. You pull the admin's sister. This is crazy. Sounds insane, right? But apparently they had relations online. Blah 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 blah. Timbits found out, and what AGR says is he banned him for sexual harassment. Right? Now, sexual harassment is extreme. It is serious, and I'm not taking any of this lightly. But I do feel like in the arc of CDUB, and to really wrap your heads around how insane this league was, how nuts this league was, you have to understand this arc as well. So welcome to arc 2, sexual harassment. Now, the main characters in this arc, AGR 19 in Mr. Dr. Cooper, and this person named Ginny Deaf. I don't want to misgender them, so I will not be saying a gender there. But those are the three main MCs of this character. Obviously me, your narrator, Rhino, and the environment we are in is CDUB. Crazy toxic place. As you saw in the previous arc, just looking at the ticket, I could barely read it without laughing that this dude was their admin. This dude was their chief, and it was just extremely cringe. So claps to you guys for making it through that shit. But now, to preference this and to summarize this into TLDR this arc, right? Basically, from what I understand, is AGR19 had relations with Timbit's sister. They were talking, they were gaming together, blah blah blah, and it was found out, and there was multiple other people that I guess wanted her affection. He got banned, and he wasn't too happy about it. There's like an ongoing court case going on in CDUB about allegations that are wavered on AGR or Adrian, and Tankman touched on that a little bit, but now that he's no longer with CDUB, maybe he can touch on it a little more. So yeah, welcome to fucking arc 2. Alright, after seeing that, you're probably like, yo, Rhino, why don't you hate this guy? Internet shit, you can't really trust a lot of this shit that goes on the internet. Also, I can't blame the dude for being horny and wanting play. You can't blame him. He just got caught. Shit's rough. What can you do? Also, ruining his online reputation over what could be falsified information would suck as well. So I just want to put it out there. We don't know if any of this is for sure. None of this can really be proven unless we talk to the woman or the girl / woman / female that they're referring to in these screenshots. All I can do is show you guys all the information that was leaked to me. I don't really have an opinion on this. I don't know ADR1 well. I don't know Genie Death well. Mr. Dark Cuber's always been a troll, so I don't really know. I couldn't really tell you anything. Like, I don't really know who to believe. There's not really a side to this. Just take all the information that I presented to you and either laugh at it or ignore it. Don't hate this guy. This guy just wants a clean slate. And well, he technically has a clean slate now because none of this can be proven. The second it can be proven, and maybe if I ever get an interview with her, part 2, right? So yeah, that is just again, please don't hate this guy. We don't know if any of this is true. This all can be falsified. The screenshots can be falsified. It's so easy to change Discord DMs and messages. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. And I will see you guys in a minute.
And then Tim, I'm gonna be flat out. When Vexy told me that in order to get Ken unbanned or unmuted, they just had to get Muffin Shorts agree to unblock you. That was the deal. I was a little bit ticked.
Yeah, that's the bribe there right there that I was talking about.
So it's either Vexy, who's not a reliable witness, is saying one thing that's not true, or we have to...
Vexy said it right.
So
yeah, and
just so we're
that's the
clear,
thing,
then,
man.
that's a bribe, Tim.
We have to be on the same page. And you know, I agree with the reasoning of Ken was his behavior's gotten better. There's no denying that. No denying that. But that needs to be the conversation that's had and presented as such.
That is completely fair. I do not disagree with that.